Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you what I ate during my vegan pregnancy. I am in my second trimester, and a lot of the food that I'm eating is very similar to the food that I would eat when I wasn't pregnant, but I'm just having a little bit more food, getting in enough protein, enough healthy fats, enough B12, iron, calcium, vitamin C, all the vitamins and minerals that I can get to support this baby and help it grow really, really well. A lot of times you hear people eating for two when they're pregnant, but it's not really true. We only need about 300 to 350 extra calories a day for a baby to grow well. And so, yeah, a lot of what I'm eating is the same. So if you're not pregnant and you're watching this, you can get some ideas as well of some good healthy eats. This day, I'm gonna try and eat really healthy because I just feel the best when I eat that way. But then sometimes the meal comes around like dinner and I just don't want anything except for some toast. And so I have that. But my plan is to hit all my nutrient targets that I wanna hit and just really have a healthy day. Showing you what you can eat while you're pregnant from whole foods that really hit all those little nutritional marks. The first time around when I was pregnant, I was thirsty all the time. I was feeling like so dehydrated and that I needed so much water. This time around, I really have to monitor myself because I don't feel like I want to have water in the first part of the day, but then by the afternoon, I'm so thirsty for like pure water. So I always start with lemon water in the morning. I really just can't handle as much as I normally would have. Another thing that I've been having in the morning is hot cacao. So I'm just using cacao powder with some plant milk, and I'm just warming that up over the stove and then adding a little bit of maple syrup to sweeten it. And that's just kind of been a warm drink that I've been enjoying in the morning. I don't have coffee or anything like that. It's actually one of my biggest aversions, but I still want something warm and sweet, honestly. And so that really hits the spot for me. It doesn't really do a lot nutritionally for me, but it tastes good and I like to have that warm thing in the morning. In my first pregnancy, I wanted lots of whole, ripe fruits, and nothing has changed this time around. For breakfast, I had a ton of raw, whole, fresh fruit. Sometimes that's the first thing I want in the morning, and that's what I will have before I have anything else. Today I had fruit and I put some chia seeds and hemp seeds on there. Hemp seeds and chia seeds are great sources of omega-3 fatty acids, and just sprinkling them on a little bit, an adequate amount in the day, is a great way to add in some omega-3s to your diet. And with this first fruit meal, I'm getting a ton of vitamins. I'm getting vitamins A and C, and bright orange fruits and vegetables are a great source of vitamin A. After breakfast, I either go to work, or if I'm off, I'll exercise a little bit. Of course, my exercise routine is becoming less intense as the months go by. I still love to do Tracy Anderson, and I've been wearing a Fitbit to track my steps just to make sure I'm getting in enough movement. I try to do a little bit of cardio when I do my workout, but then I just try to walk as much as possible throughout the day. Another thing that I've been doing this time around is listening to some positive birth affirmations. I really feel like that's going to be helpful when it comes down to labor. I don't feel like that's something that I prepared for ahead of time. And this is an affirmation that I've really been enjoying. I'll leave the link in the description below. It's been really helpful for me and I want to share it with you. By the time lunch comes around, I'm pretty hungry and ready for like a full meal. And so today I had some lentil chili that was just left over, and it had lentils in it, some kidney beans, some tomatoes, and it was really tasty, lots of different spices in there. I poured that over leftover barley, and I made some homemade cashew cream and just added a bunch of veggies. Look at my work in time. The barley, the legumes, and the beans are great sources of protein as well as good healthy carbs to have. Keep you really full for a really long time. And then of course, I'm trying to add as many fresh greens as possible, whether they be cooked and steamed or raw. I just feel like raw veggies are the way to go for me right now. It really does help to have raw vegetables to combat constipation, which is something that happens a lot when you're pregnant, and definitely something that can happen to me. So I want to make sure that I stay on top of my raw veggie game. I'm also getting a lot of zinc in from these whole grains and from the legumes and the beans in this meal, as well as from the vegetables. In the afternoon, I'm always getting pretty sleepy. If I don't take a nap, it's almost detrimental. You know, you hear people talk about chasing a toddler and being pregnant at the same time, but it's like no joke. My body is doing so much work to create a human inside of it, and I need to give it proper rest. When I don't, I can really feel the difference. It just is a good reset for Eli and for me, and we just have a nice nap and then we start again in the afternoon. I definitely want to get my vitamin D from the sun as much as possible, and while it's starting to warm up where I live, it's not exactly warm yet, so just being outside barefoot and just getting some sunlight on my face and my hands and my forearms at least is better than nothing. And as it begins to warm up, of course, I will be outside getting that vitamin D and feeling fresh sunshine and fresh air. I just love it. For my snack, sometimes I want something sweet. Today I wanted something savory, and so I cooked some mushrooms just up in a little bit of vegetable broth with some peas, and I had that over some more raw greens. It's not always like this. It's not like I have a salad for lunch and then a salad for snack. But today that's what I was craving, and it really hits that savory spot. The cooked mushrooms release a lot more nutrients than they do raw. So I love to have over this bed of greens. I put some carrots in there for some more vitamin A and some hummus in there because the beans, of course, are something I want to load up on as well because they provide protein and iron and zinc as well as calcium. So I'm really getting a lot of the things that I need to hit and make sure that I'm hitting for making a healthy baby inside of me with pretty much all of these meals that I've eaten so far. At dinner, we had some friends over and I made some sweet potato enchiladas. I'll leave the recipe down below. It's a great recipe. I've never met anyone who doesn't like it. And so I used sweet potatoes and black beans to fill the enchiladas up. And then I topped it with lots of vegetables. And again, I didn't have it over a bed of greens, but you could totally do that just to incorporate more greens. And so from day to day, everything always varies, but I really try and hit all those nutritional markers, make sure I'm getting enough protein, enough healthy fats, enough whole grains and carbs, as well as my iron needs and my B12. I take this B12 supplement. I've been taking it for a really long time and I haven't changed my dose or anything like that, but I'm still continuing to take this during pregnancy. And if you want to know more about the pregnancy supplements I'm taking, I'll leave a video link down in the description below. And I didn't have this today, but sometimes I just want something sweet. But I found with this pregnancy especially, processed sugar, processed flour does not agree with me. So something that I've been doing lately is making like a vegan chocolate shake at night or some kind of variation on that. So I'll use things like frozen coconut milk and some cacao powder and banana to make a little sweet shake that doesn't make me feel bad. Or I'll do something like frozen dark cherries with cacao and a little bit of plant milk and just blend that up into a little nice cream. And those are really satisfying any kind of sweet cravings I'm having, but not leaving me feeling really gross. I feel that this pregnancy, if I eat too close to bed, I just have a horrible night. I'm waking up to pee all the time anyways, but then if I have something that makes me too full or I just feel yucky before bed, I'm just constantly like waking up. So I'm really trying to eat early, which I always feel better doing anyways, but it's been really important with this pregnancy. I also feel just not as hungry this time around, and I don't know why. I actually feel like I'm larger and I've gained more weight already 5 months in, as opposed to the first time around, which is kind of like, but I don't feel as hungry as I did before. So maybe I'm really striking the balance perfectly. I'm still having my pregnancy tea every day and prenatal vitamins just to make sure that all the nutrients are covered. I want to make sure that I'm giving this baby everything it possibly needs to thrive and just have a good, healthy base when he or she is ready to come out. So that is what I ate today. I'll do a couple more of these videos throughout the pregnancy. I'm sure things will change. The way that I ate in the first trimester is very different than the way I'm eating now, and it's very possible things will change again. I was thinking about doing a video regarding home birth. I'll be doing a lot of the same things that I did the first time, and so I can absolutely share some of that information with you. But if you're curious about home birth or water birth, leave some questions down below because I will be making a video about that soon. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot and helps me know what kind of things you guys want to see from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!